Thanks, Yasser. Alireza, first of all, congratulations. A big victory for you yesterday. You came to the studio, you seemed a little bit disappointed, but also hopeful because you felt like the dust is off the shoulders and finally you're starting to play some clear chess. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I think, as I said yesterday, my game throughout the tournament is decent level, I think. Just my results were not good, and now I'm happy that I got this win. He's a very solid player with white, and it's kind of impossible to beat him with black, and I'm really happy to get this win.
Definitely a solid player, but he's been struggling in this event. Outside of that, -1, also his positions haven't been that good. Was that part of your strategy, and did you try to complicate matters early on in this game?
Yeah, the last year also, for instance, he was in a lot of losing position, and he was getting out of it very good. He was losing against me, and he was defending very well, so that's kind of his style, and of course he has to improve still, but yeah, for me today my plan was to just play solid with black, and
yeah.
I didn't try it. For instance, last year I played King's Indian against him. This year I just wanted, for me draw was okay.
Draw was okay, okay.
Yes, and if he wants to force things with white, I cannot do much.
So let's talk about the game, because...
yeah, he chose the most solid line that there is in Slav with white, except c takes d5, and I thought he wants to make a quick draw, but I played a tricky move with bishop b4 to not allow him to go for e4, which is also okay. Bishop e7, e4.
Was this your preparation? Without, you don't have to read it.
I don't think it was my. I just remember there is this possibility, but I didn't prepare this because everything is okay here.
Yeah.
So he played this, and suddenly he got very aggressive with b4. But I think it's a good move. But I think there is no need. I think just rook e1, rook d1 also. But b4 is a good move. And here he has to go for e4, because as we saw in the game, knight b6, if I get, is not good. And here I think I'm just okay after takes, and castle. Knight f6, b5.
Play a normal game
Yeah,
of chess,
and
right?
it's very equal, so...
Equal, yeah.
Yeah, so...
So he was definitely getting ambitious at this point.
Yeah, I think he just miscalculated something, I don't know, because normally he would not go for this pawn sacrifice to take it back again. And for me it was weird, I think. Like maybe he missed knight b6, bc, dc, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because normally either you go for e4 here, or you don't go to this line to take back the pawn and equalize. So,
yeah, yeah. So at this point you are already starting to get some hopes of maybe, you know, getting a game at least.
Yeah, of course, but still it was a bit risk to go for this because I was not sure of, for instance, this plan e4, and because my bishop is on c7, it can be dangerous, e5, knight e4, but I like the fact that it's complicated. So.
Finally we get to play some chess, right?
Yeah.
And it definitely felt that way. Let's keep going.
He's trying to equalize, so...
At this point you felt like he was trying to find the equality in the position?
But he, after knight b2, a5, everything got out of hand for him, I think, because he missed the plan of c3.
Yeah.
But he played perfectly, I think, here. Knight c5, and he equalized probably here. But yeah, this knight d2 was very important, I think, my only chance. And yeah,
it's funny, Gary was in the studio and we were watching your game, and he was saying that you're really trying to give back the pawn, but in a creative way, to get some action.
Exactly, because this pawn was going anyway, because it's not defended by the end, so... Yeah, e5 was not so good, because I missed e4. His e4 is just brilliant, and I think I have to go to take the bishop and then push e5. And here maybe I'm better a bit. But it's still very dry.
Looks very
yeah, I wanted to make things still complicated, but it could have backfired, of course. Takes... Yeah, bishop b2, I saw... I was confused why he didn't go bishop b2 here, actually. But, okay, go.
Maybe knight e7.
Yeah. And it's around equal, probably.
Equal, yeah.
Yeah, so... Takes... Probably missed bishop f4. Yeah, queen c3, I was like... hoping he just doesn't go for it, because...
So you saw this move?
Yeah, of course I saw this move, because first I saw this line, I'm just lost here, 96, and everything collapses. Yeah, I was just praying that he doesn't see queen c3, because I bluffed a bit with bishop f4, and it works.
But, you know, practical chess is also important, right?
Yeah.
And at this point, he only had 12 minutes
yeah.
for a lot of moves still
Right.
left him before you reach time.
Yeah, Queen C3 is not an easy move.
Not easy, yeah. And you have so many moves that you can
Right.
play, right? Maybe Queen A1 even in this
And he was
position.
also still in the mood to make equality. I mean, he was not thinking about advantage, I think.
That's a good point, yeah.
So here, Queen G5, I was trying to be practical. I was not thinking to equalize here.
Rook F1.
Yeah, Queen H5. Yeah, H3. Okay, G3, Bishop E5. Yeah, Knight C8. Here he had 30 seconds. So,
Yeah.
I cannot explain what I mean because he's under a lot of pressure with time. So, but yeah, this King G2, Queen F3 is a solid plan.
Yeah.
But he blundered here, Rook D1. Rook B5 was better. But yeah, I wasn't.
But Rook D1 definitely looked like a very,
Right.
very good
Yeah, to
move.
take is a bit crazy to take on King G2. And what if Rook B4? He could take Queen
Just
C8,
take.
Queen F5. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Rook takes. He could take. I thought I'm winning here, but he says. Yeah,
You can take a
96.
96 maybe? Is that it?
Bishop E3 and
Bishop
this better.
E3, not 96. 96
Yeah,
just
96, Queen E4,
Yeah.
yes. I missed.
Okay, this is a bit
yeah.
strange, yeah?
Yeah, okay, I missed this, but he has 30 seconds here, so takes, Knight B6, yeah, in here it's gone for
I
him,
think it's
so,
already gone.
yeah.
Alireza, a big victory, especially with the black pieces. Never an easy feature. Congratulations and good luck in the rest of your games.
Thank you.
Guys, bye.
Thank you, Christian. Good luck.